Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to tell you the top 10 places to visit in Italy. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Number 1. Rome. Rome is the top destination on the list for the majority of tourists visiting Italy. Both for its historical significance as the capital of much of ancient Europe and for its current status as one of the continent's most vibrant cities. The Colosseum, the Forum, the Pantheon, the Appian Way, and the Palatine Hill are remnants of its former splendor, competing for attention with the Vatican's enormous wealth. Take some time to take in the city itself in between visiting important sites like the Sistine Chapel and Michelangelo's Pieta. Enjoy the Borghese Gardens, eat gelato on the Spanish Steps, stroll through Trastevere's winding streets, sip morning cappuccinos in cafés, window shop on the Via Veneto, and toss a coin in the Trevi Fountain to ensure future visits. To see everything, multiple trips are necessary. Number 2. Florence. Florence, the epicenter of the Italian Renaissance, occasionally resembles a massive art gallery. With its massive dome defying gravity, the Duomo, also known as the Cathedral of Santa Maria del Fiore, is a landmark of world architecture. This is one of the finest collections of Renaissance art in the entire world, along with its marble inlaid bell tower by Giotto, and the octagonal baptistery with its unmatched bronze doors by Ghiberti. More masterpieces adorn its churches and palaces, and half a dozen art museums are filled to the brim with paintings and sculpture. Visit the Borghese Gardens, the Oltrarno's art studios and workshops, or Santa Croce's leather shops before you consume too much art at the Uffizi Gallery and the Pitti Palace. Number 3. Venice. Who wouldn't fall in love with a city where the roads are made of water, the buses are boats, and the gondoliers' lilting songs fill the air? It is a magical city, and the city itself is what draws most visitors. The broad Piazza San Marco, also known as St. Mark's Square, serves as the city's center and is surrounded by many of its top tourist destinations. The tall campanile towers over both the enormous Basilica of St. Mark and the Doge's Palace, which are both in Venice. One of the most romantic activities in Italy is a gondola ride. At the Grand Canal's end of the plaza, gondolas assemble. Number 4. Tuscan hill towns. Stone towns in Tuscany that have Etruscan roots crown the region's undulating terrain. They are all perched atop hills, and many still have the castles and towers that once provided protection for their dominant locations. Given that each has distinctive architecture, artwork, personalities, and narratives, it is challenging to pick one over the others. San Gimignano, which is surrounded by walls that are still largely intact and is fairly brimming with towers, still resembles how it did during the Middle Ages, when it was a significant stop for pilgrims traveling to Rome. Volterra was an important Etruscan center before the Romans came and still has remains of both civilizations today. The tourist attractions of Arezzo are the legacy of the many artists, architects, and poets who lived there. Number 5. Milan. Milan is sometimes disregarded as a travel destination on its own, despite the fact that its airport serves as a significant entry point for travelers. That's unfortunate, because Milan is one of the cities in Italy with the highest concentration of creative and architectural sites, making a visit essential for anybody interested in design, fashion, or shopping. The likes of Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, Verdi, Enrico Caruso, Tosi Canini, and fashion designer Giorgio Armani have called Milan their home and place of employment. Number 6. Lake Como. Since the time of the ancient Romans who escaped the summer heat of Milan to cool off in villas along its rocky shores, Como, Italy's most picturesque lake, has been a popular summer getaway for the affluent and famous. Later villas adorned its compact cities, especially the lovely Bellagio, which is skillfully positioned at the intersection of the lake's three thin arms. The white summits of the Alps to the north may be seen amongst palm trees and camellias on Como's western shore thanks to a microclimate that keeps it mild even in the dead of winter. Before boarding a ship to tour the lake, don't forget to stop in the southern shore town of Como. Number 7. Amalfi Coast. Naples Bay's southern rim is formed by the steep, precipitous Amalfi Peninsula, which projects sharply into the Mediterranean just south of Naples. There is probably no more picturesque or improbable location for the towns that flow down its rocky slopes. Most of these charming communities have stairways for streets, and the homes there appear to be attached to the cliffs behind them. Everywhere there are blooming flowers, and below the villages are inviting beaches tucked away in emerald-colored coves. The town of Ravello is located high above the coast, where lavish gardens frame some of the best views of the coast. Number 8. Capri and Sorrento. Only 20 kilometers away from Sorrento, the mythical Isle of Capri rises in rugged cliffs from the Tyrrhenian Sea. The Roman emperors Augustus and Tiberius used it as a hideout, and now it draws a continuous stream of visitors who go there on the daily ferries and hydrofoils from Sorrento and Naples. A visit to the Blue Grotto, a sizable flooded grotto where reflected sunlight gives the water the appearance of being lit from within, is one of the top things to do on Capri. The lovely Marina Piccola, a small beach at the base of the cliffs protected by the rugged Faraglione sea stacks, is located on the opposite side of the island. The lovely village of Sorrento resembles Capri in that it appears to have been built for leisure. Naples with its port, Mount Vesuvius, and Capri are all visible from the vistas, which are framed by houses in bright colors and lemon trees. The town is ideal for exploring on foot, relaxing in a cafe, and taking day trips to places like Capri, the Amalfi Coast, Pompeii, and Herculaneum. Number 9. The Sinterra. Prior to the railway's connection between the 5 cities by burrowing under the headlands separating them, which is to the north of La Spezia, which cling to the high rocky Mediterranean coast, it was nearly impossible to reach by land. The shortest and largest portion of the trail, between Manarola and Riomaggiore, is known as the Villa dell'Amore and will be blocked until sometime in 2022 owing to a landslide. The trail was originally utilized by inhabitants to travel between towns. Number 10. Verona. The medieval and Renaissance structures in Verona include a number of Roman arches, which demonstrate the city's lengthy involvement with the Venetian Empire. The substantial Castel Vecchio, a 14th century fortress, is perched along the riverbank and guards the Ponte Scagliero, a brick-arched bridge. Verona's strongest claim to tourist popularity is founded entirely in fiction, despite its extensive collection of architectural and artistic treasures. Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet was set in Verona, and over the past century, the city's residents have compiled by building residences, a balcony, and even a tomb for the imaginary couple. Thank you for watching the video.